and welcome to our newest interview series as part of our collaboration with IBM, wherein we talk to APAC leaders on security, observability, and data resilience trends from the region. Today, we have with us James Tang, who's the Group CIO
Hello.
of the Malaysia-based UCSI group of companies. Welcome, James.
Thank you, Shweta. I'm James. I'm the Group CIO of UCSI. It's nice meeting you here, Shweta.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, James.
Yes, yeah.
So I think without much ado, let's start the interview.
Sure.
Great. So James, when it comes to security operations, what are the most important KPIs for your organization to ensure that your systems are meeting business goals?
I think the first thing would be the threat detections and also the response time. So basically that, for example, all our university, hospital, all the document, application data, our system database are securely actually protected and free from any ransomware, malware, Trojan horse, and any possibility of computer virus or even hacker attack. This is actually the first priority KPI. And second thing is the incident response. Let's say if incident happen, how is the efficiency of the response? Okay, and also that in our organization, our team actually need to be aware about the incident response efficiency. How actually the trend of the security incident, the trend, how actually we can track the number of type of security incident from time to time. And then the final actually is I don't say the final, they have a lot, but I will cut it short. And also the vulnerability, the management metrics. So we have to know where is our site, our internal system, where is our weak point, and actually how actually we want to strengthen it up in terms of what they call it in future enhancement and implementation. And also, of course, can come to compliances and audit, that actually everything need to be well documented. So in future, there will be continue training to all our existing staff or even the new staff. This is the KPI that the goal. The rest I will cut it short because that most of the thing, most of the KPI for the security SOC is about the same. But this one I highlighted is a few important that we will be putting in UCSI group.
Could you also share some challenges, James, that you might have faced while modernizing your security operations?
I think in terms of modernizing the security option, the first thing I think is the increasing volume of security alert, especially when we implement, the UCSI Pay, the e-money, the e-wallet solution into our campus, and we can see the trends from attacking from country like Russia. They try to hack into our system, do funny thing like try to upload and some of the virus or even Trojan horse document, and they try to what they call that call our API, try to reload the money. But all these things basically is being protected by our firewall and also our our SOC team to prevent that out. And then the second thing is basically the issue of the management of the numerous security tools. They have so many security tools that, from time to time we implement from different vendor, how actually that we want to manage under one roof. Okay, this is the second challenges. Of course, the what they call that, and also the competition of the skill analysis. So all these skills that what they call that is, especially when we talk about the security trend, the skill set need to be ongoing upgrading, because that virus is coming almost maybe weekly or sometimes they come even daily. They have new viruses, new Trojan source, new ransomware being implemented throughout the years. Okay, so our team actually need to be aware, need to be trained to handle cases like this one. So this is the second thing. How actually you want to make sure our team, the network security team, to be uphold and following the virus or ransomware trend outside in the industrial or outside the world. And the fourth will be the budget constraint. I think a lot of CISO or the security SOC, they basically they will face a challenge whenever they want to raise a budget for cybersecurity and enhance on that. They will face a challenge and question from the board of governance. And then people like, why you want to do the prevention when we invested so much money, but how you know that actually it helps the organization to improve. So this is the challenge, the budget, okay? And also the final one, I think, is the legal and regulatory compliances. Because when we want to implement the what they call that, the secure environment for our students and our staff, certain measurement we need to track. So when we decide to track, then they have a gray areas of you are actually touching people privacy. All those PDPA, privacy protection, PDPA, all they have to be compliances. We have to make sure that what you call everything we track is to be secure, have to be stored securely, and will not be leaks. So basically, that is to prevent our internal staff or even our student to take any legal action to us because we are tracking the activity they are doing.
Great, thanks. Thanks for sharing with us all
Yes.
of those challenges, James.
Yes.
Coming to the SIEM deployment. So, what are your top use cases for your SIEM deployment, and what additional capabilities would you like to have in your SIEM?
I think the current SIEM we have implemented in place that basically is a tracking of the system change. For example, some of them we actually using the open source tool actually to track is there any system change that actually will lead to the security vulnerable or not. And also what they call that, we always go through a pen test, and then before we release any new features to the new system. And then also that what they call that, detecting the compromising of the user credentials. So that how actually we want to manage the user so that we can classify all our apps that by user grouping and defining what they can do, what they cannot do. And also that the credential need to be revoked whenever the staff is leaving the company. All this is what we actually been in place already. So, and also that we were detecting also unusual behavior activity. Try to copy the file out from the thing, attach a large amount of the document attachment and send it out on those privileged account. Okay, we are tracking all these things. And also that thing like phishing detections. So in our email server that we deploy a lot of security tool to wipe off all the any potential phishing email or scam email that's sending through into our networks. And then also that we also that monitor all our application, the loads and the uptimes. So is there any unusual activity? Is there any sudden spike in the system, our system? And also that we have the log management. So all the server and application, they have proper implement all the log. So any single action that actually involves the security or involve the changes of how to say the user access right, involve the transaction that involve of money, or involve the things actually changing that, for example, a student mark, it will be logged accordingly. So and actually in addition for the future, what I'm actually looking at is it's a threat hunting. It means the future that what they call that the SIM tool able to auto to have an AI built in to auto detect all the potential threat that actually happening, detecting all the unusual activity where we can define and put in the role and the things, and also that what they call that, and also the SIM automation. So all the SIM that is automation in the sense of we just say can automatic set up a honeypot to lure in all the potential attacker or the hacker into the honeypot rather than actually go into our actual networks. And then of course that everyone is talking about cloud. So currently that we are moving toward the hybrid cloud of things. that we are looking to work with all our security partner on the secure cloud-based applications that actually help us to manage our hybrid cloud environments. This is the future that I'm looking forward for the future's SIMs.
Great, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing all those points with us, James.
Yeah.
I would also like to talk to you about when it comes to EDR. Are you getting the intended benefits from it, and what more would you like to see from your EDR as well?
Yeah, because in terms of EDR, that we have about 15,000 students. So and at any one time, when 15,000 active students they come back to the campus, let's say every student they have 2 devices. Okay, we are managing is about, I just say 30,000 at least devices in our in our over 1,000 access point within our campus. So basically that and also because of the previous pandemic experience, we want to enable flexible working because the people can work from home, and how actually the connectivity to access to all our internal resources. So by implementing things like VPN, but when we implementing this one, we had to be actually that also put in the consideration of undetectable attacks, because we don't know, because this is all bring your own devices. The students have their own devices, our staff have their own devices. When connect to our networks, there will be always have to track how is this one of PC or BYOD devices been actually infected by a virus or Trojan horse or even ransomware. Can it spread to our network or not? So basically that we segregate in 2 portions. So the student networks and operation staff network. And of course that this is not enough. So we have actually a weekly email newsletter about the security campaign that always update with the latest trend. Don't open that, for example, emails from someone. Don't open the attachment if you don't know someone, and check the emails. What they call it? Is this really from the email address? Is this from the real person, or is this mimicking the real person? And then and we are actually the EDR, the preventive first approach will be applied. It may actually prevent it before it happening. So and basically that and our network security team had to be understand how actually and the attack took place, where it start begin. So we have all the how to say the EDR tool that actually that trap all the potential attack. If let's say it is not attack, but it is meant to be, for example, modify some system registry for some application, then actually we approve it. So and of course that another one is how quick our network security SOT team on the incident response. Like for example, that some of our lecturer they come to me, James, I accidentally opened the attachment. Right now my PC is not unable to open. So immediately the response team basically need to lock all his account for further damage. They may actually kick him away from our network first, and then we further investigate in the silo environments, in the isolate environment, to investigate what actually happening. Of course, that a lot of tools actually they give us the false alarm.
Right.
So we sometimes we have to go into dive into the false alarm to identify is this the true alarm or the false alarm. And especially right now, a lot of application we slowly migrate to cloud. So and to the challenge actually to how actually, like just now I mentioned, how actually we have a unified management tool that can manage all our tools from different security vendor.
True. Thanks for sharing that. Unified tool is actually the need of the hour. Thanks.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Thanks. So one last question, James. What are your future goals, for your security operations center, and how do you plan to achieve them?
I think the first thing actually is SOC automations. So all the incident ticketing had to be properly what they call it automated out. Of course, using the RPA or using any AI tool. That basically that a simple thing that actually can be resolved. That actually provide the direct response to the end user to do that. but those complicated things will be routed and to create the ticket, the incident ticket for our SOC to make attention and follow up all the thing. And basically that, and also that what they call it, the automation of the investigation incident using the AIs. So and also the simplify the attack the presentation. You know, sometimes the top management, they don't know all the security report. So the easy way is to show them in graphical view.
Right.
Oh, so this is our network. This attack is coming from. So this is what I'm looking for. So the system, the SOC or any security management tools enable for me to present it in the graphical view whenever incident happen or attack, and with all the total incident report, how many get resolved, all this in graphical view to present into the senior management, of course. And the next question, I think you're going to ask, how do you plan to achieve them?
Yeah.
So basically that as a CIO, group CIO in entire landscaping, I believe it's a time I want to introduce a new role called CISO role that actually can much more focus on cybersecurity, especially right now we are talking about the internet globalization world. Everything is all IoT, everything is connected. So it's supposed to be have a new role that actually to overtake all our endpoint security, all our server farm security, and how actually all the preventive and moving forward for the future cybersecurity strengthen. And of course to achieve them also, of course that we will plan to automate the investigation and some of the track using the previous attack pattern by introducing the AI into the investigation tools.
Great, thanks. Thanks for sharing us, James. Indeed,
Yeah.
automation, simplification, AI, they are something that can help us, revitalize our security operations center.
Yeah.
So I think with this, we come to the end of our conversation, James. It was very enlightening to talk to you and understand from you the trends around security in Malaysia specifically. Thank you once again for joining us, and sharing your inputs with us. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you, Santa. Have a good day. Bye-bye.